Hello, my name is Ivan Gavazova, and today I am about to film a short presentation of discussing a few things about the TDF course. During the course so far, I have learned about basic concepts and theories with regards, of course, to both trading and investing. And in my opinion, even if you're not someone who is planning on going into this field particularly, I believe it is still very beneficial and important to have this financial literacy in order just to know how to even best operate your earnings, let's say. One of the major subjects I was introduced to during the course was about the financial markets and how they work. In my opinion, of course, all we do nowadays and just the whole way we live is influenced by major events back in the history, and therefore learning about the history of the financial markets is essential to me, since it allows me to understand how the actual economy works nowadays. And I was introduced also to the concept of the financial bubbles, with of course one of the most popular ones being the tulip bubble. This happened during the golden age of the Netherlands, and this was a moment when people started trading with tulip bulbs, but then their prices rose significantly. And they even reached moments when people, for example, were selling their homes just for buying some tulip bulbs, and they were hoping for multiplying their earnings and the value of their assets. Among the other important subjects, I learned I learned about the concept of compounding, and this related to investing. The idea of the compounding concept is that, for example, if you decide to invest your money in some kind of security, then in most of the times you also gain some return for investing there. And in the case of investing in stocks, then you're gaining an interest rate for the periods that you hold those shares. And the idea of compounding is if you take this interest earnings and you don't withdraw them for yourself, but you actually decide to reinvest them and put them over the initial capital that you invested, over the principal. So this actually shows the power of the compounding, in the sense that when you're adding this money, then with the time, over the time, the earnings that you gain on your investments become higher and higher, and this really makes significant profit amount at the end. On the other hand, there were also subjects that were, of course, not so easy to understand, and the most challenging chapter for me in general was the one related to market analysis, and more particularly also to technical analysis. The problem is that I did not struggle with understanding each individual concept within the technical analysis, but my problem was that I was not able to understand how to apply it, in the sense that, for example, the support and the resistance horizontals are quite straightforward in my opinion, but when I had to create a technical analysis, and I was never exactly sure as to where I have to draw these horizontal lines. On the one hand, yes, I know that the major factor for drawing a line is just to find as many touching points as you can. But on the other hand, I believe it's also about choosing from all these possibilities which is the best that will allow you to derive some important and significant data based on it. The same struggle I also had with understanding how to choose an indicator, and also to how to translate the data from this indicator. And to me, somehow it felt that the information from week 3 is a lot, and I was just not able to comprehend it fully while applying it in practice just for this 1 week. So I believe a further practice is needed, and everyone has to try doing all of these things one by one, all of the concepts, trying to apply them and see what works for you and what not. For me, in future, it would be also interesting to learn more about the major players on the market and to observe their performance from their beginning to nowadays, and also to learn how they developed over the time. And what I find extremely interesting is what are essential moments in their trading history. So this to me, it helps, since I am learning to read those this information from the trading graphs, and it is for me beneficial to see when something happened and it was how it was translated. I know that this is not a concrete subject, but I believe this can be also beneficial for future students of the course, since this helps you to see what are the different phases of the company and what are the possibilities for growing or actually losing. So this I find interesting and important. I know that everyone can look for this online, but it's still easier when you're in the beginning and you're still orientating to just be presented by these moments in the history. Additionally, I will be interested into following the development of the cryptocurrencies, and also to focus on their limitations, since this is not something that it was discussed so much during the course so far. And I think it is essential to understand something before trading it. So for me, it would be extremely beneficial to hear more about the ideology behind the crypto, and also the whole market, in order to gain some sense of it, and know what I am actually investing in trading with. Thank you.